All right, so up next on the docket, we have RJ from WD Detailing in the house.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man? You been having a fun time?
No, it's been great. Again, the logistics of creating an event like this and having all these brands and different creators all under one roof and allowing us all to utilize the bays and make this content. So many moving parts. I'm so proud of Jason for pulling it all together, and I'm really impressed because I don't have the organizational skills to do something like that.
Same. I had somebody come up to me. I had just finished my last sip of coffee, and he came and he said, "Are you done with that?" And I said, I am done with that. And he goes, "I'll take that." And I go, "Holy smokes, this is insane, right? This is amazing, right?" I dropped a piece of paper on the ground. It was picked up, and it was like, "Hey, did you drop this?" I'm like, "You guys are on top of this. I don't know if there's cameras involved or what's going on, but this is very impressive." So, like you said, it's not just the amount of creators here under one roof that are all just symbiotically working together, but it's also the staff here at Car Supplies Warehouse that are just on top of the game, and they were ready to host an event like this, which is just crazy.
Absolutely. And then also on top of that, I'm very proud that the community itself, the creators and the brands, are all people that I enjoy being around and talking to, and are kind and courteous. I mean, you hope that if you meet your heroes or even people that you've worked with, brands and whatnot, you hope that they're good people in person, and I haven't been let down. So,
dude, I know it does, and it's not always that way. I'm gonna just tell everybody that right now. It's not always that way, but it seems that everybody that's here for this event, I mean, it is that way, and people are getting along great, right? Like, people are like, "Man, that Jason Rose guy is just like the meanest guy I've ever met, dude. That guy is just hard to be around." I'm just kidding. Nobody's ever said that about Jason Rose. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But no, everybody's getting along great, and I love seeing that you are connecting with other creators as well, right? So from us being a vendor standpoint, right, we already get along with other vendors, right? They could be competition, right? But it's friendly competition, and it's fun, and we can give each other crap, and we can talk, we can joke, and we can have drinks together and all that in between. Whereas it's really cool to see you guys as creators also teaming up and talking about ideas and talking about analytics and talking about what works for your guys' channels, what doesn't work for your guys' channels. And I'm sure it probably opens up a lot of kind of creative thought as well, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the more that you talk about this weird algorithm that YouTube uses, or any of the algorithms across any of the social media platforms, the more that you talk about what's worked for you, and the more that you're willing to learn about what's worked for someone else, you can actually put those ideas. Two heads are always going to be better than one, and somebody might say one word that makes you think about your own analytics, or you might say one word that makes them think differently, and break open a whole new opportunity and avenue for them. And that's what I really tried to harp on, because we are an entertainment detailing channel. We do go and search out the absolute most roached cars left in barns for multiple years with mouse poop and ants everywhere. I mean,
pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's amazing that my health is intact. Especially, man, if only you guys knew. But I just try, and we've been lucky enough to learn from other YouTubers, and then learn by the last 3 years. Learn a lot of just tips and tricks and what's worked for us, and I think it's pretty universal knowledge, or rather universal ideas. So I don't think it's necessarily just applies to whatever we're doing specifically. And if I can just sit down and have a conversation and maybe tell someone what that one thing that gives them a bump in their channel and changes their life, like so many have done for me, then I'm happy to do so.
Cool, man, dude, that's so awesome. So I think you've been doing great work here. I thought you and the rest of the team have filmed awesome content. Was there anything that particularly stood out to you? Did you learn anything new? Did you meet anybody that you've been wanting to meet for a long time that you just felt like you really hit it off with?
I really enjoyed working with Ram at Geist. Such a kind-hearted individual.
He
we talked
really is. He really is.
And he has great philosophy about life, and we talked about his kids, and so that's kind of my point, is that once you meet someone and know who they are as a real person, their authentic, true self, then their product becomes even that much more. It becomes so much. You want to use their product.
Yeah.
You want to help them, and that's, I think, the best thing about this event, is that you actually get to put faces to these otherwise faceless products. And it's funny, because actually Chris Wheeler from G-Technic, I'm a G-Technic accredited installer, and so I get emails from him all the time, and I didn't catch his name the first day until the end of it, and I was like, wait, what's your last name? And he said Wheeler, and I was like, dude, we've been emailing each other for years. I never knew it was you.
Yeah.
And I get along great with them. We had a margarita last night together, and it's fun. Yeah, it's a blast.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I think you've teamed up with the right people. I think you're at the right place at the right time, and all the success of your channel, I think, has probably led to this being one of the cool things that you get to do in your journey of detailing and content creation, and hopefully there's many more experiences like this. So anyways, thank you, RJ. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Very much, dude.
Yeah.
And so, Dane, who's next on the docket?
I got Carlos. Let me get Carlos.
All right,
All right.
I'm getting booted then.
Yeah.
See you
Cool,
guys.
man.
Thanks.